I greet you in the love and the light of the infinite Creator. Event is coming soon. YouTube channel. Here's the latest intel.
The Power of the Elite. By Omnipulse. From generation to generation is passed the mark which is both in the DNA, the mind, as well as the physical body. This signifies worth and right to rule. The idea that I am presenting to you now, because this is the best for all parties involved, is that what was passed was a parasitic hive mind organism that allows each generational member to be controlled, etherically and mentally, from a larger system which is present as a transdimensional or non-corporeal entity. This entity does die, because it's not actually alive. This entity feeds on the souls of the living. This hive connects each of the hosts together through etheric ties, and as such they all have a specific portion, a share or cut of the organism that they must provide enough energy to sustain. This is the situation that's been in and out of our time and history, and this is what has been influencing people for centuries. The next idea is that the power that this hive once offered is no longer relevant, as unification, technology, supreme intelligence, etc. has all made this parasitic hive organism unnecessary. Everything that is occurring in this age is literally hinging on the transition of the current power structure from a transdimensional parasitic hive entity that they have been upkeeping for millennia, to a system where they are liberated from the restraints. Just like the fungal infection metaphor previously, everyone in these operations knows, the individuals directly infected are going to seek everything possible, all possible outcomes that avoid actually getting rid of the infection. They're going to feel an intense desire to keep the infection going as they're etherically entranced and entangled. Now, the highest orders of the players in this system are so intelligent that they even foresaw this whole scenario, quite obviously, as the only way this could end for anyone with a little bit of optimism, and have begun long ago to wean themselves off of this system. One could say they even developed alternate versions of themselves that are capable of existing without the system. In time, this became the split personality system of alters and fractured consciousness mind control that is pervasive in all ruling class orders. This is also connected to the original fall of man, the transference of this civilization from a previous civilization that was already complete, if not better and more sustainable than this one. So to recap on what is already a mentally expanse post, there was a previous society where there was health and abundance, and that was ended in favor of producing a system of scarcity and forgetfulness. Of course, this is the idea of the parasite within itself, where a civilization that could flourish a couple walking down the street, a family, a group of friends, and instead there is only war, famine, disease and disharmony as the couple or the group begin to literally tear at each other's flesh. This amount of condensed disharmony may not be apparent in the moment, however this is currently spread out across time and consciousness, manifesting itself through war, continual degradation, decay, etc. If all the stops were pulled and everything was out in the open, this would look like a species that had gone completely out of whack, had begun to cannibalize and victimize itself, lion chewing off his own tail, and run in circle afraid of what might happen next. So, of course, this whole presentation of such abuse and disharmony on a public scale is thought to be the application of the knowledge of such a system by the ruling class elite upon the commoners. However, if this is true, then we still have to question the concept of the fall of man in the previous civilization. What caused that, and how could the ruling elite have caused themselves to be? Would this not indicate that they are merely reflecting some larger ideals that they picked up on, which also happened to be the marker of a complete trajectory of humanity in this time? And yes, there is evidence of the previous civilizations literally all over the place. So there is a device which alters history by opening up a portal to the origination aspects of a time-like curved loop which we are all within, and the entire universe is composed of and contained within. They open up a portal with a device and set the parameters to the lowest or earliest setting and then beam the information into that portion of the universe. What are they doing? They are literally going back in time to the point of the Big Bang and entering in genetic material, frequencies in consciousness which will then expand to flourish and become the predominant ideas of that area, the entire universe as we know it. So, what did they do? They opened up portals and fine-tuned the emitters to target the point of this universe where all energies and alignments were coming into being out of a cosmic quantum soup. Then they hooked their minds and bodies up to generators and transferred their intentions into that soup so that when everything formed, they were, undoubtedly, always, in all situations, on top and somehow masterfully more well-equipped than anyone else in the universe. Of course, this nearly destroyed the entire universe and there have since been operations to literally reverse these effects. Now, we get to the interesting part. What this means is that once a civilization gets to an advanced enough level, they come to the realization that they spawn the universe into being through an amalgamation of advanced scalar, even crystal technology, Teslian age stuff, very simple, and that this is going to be proven whenever they reach the height of the technological capacity required to do just that. So now, we get to the ages. Instead of one having a go and nearly destroying the universe, they, thankfully, stop before going too far and admit a slight mistake of the ego and allow others to have a go. That is exactly what happened. Thus, we get 7 cosmic races of humans on a planet each spawned by a different creator god who all partook in a cosmic experiment of the creation of the 7 ages moving from chaos into harmony. Yes, this is literal, direct, and this is actually a form of disclosure that was cleared to be brought to the public as they must have figured this to be the safest, kindness, and most plausibly deniable way to do it. The more people refuse to know, the more they push their own power as creators away. Some would say that even the Supreme Creator had a play in this plunder of mankind because it seems we all have to work together for each other's well-being in the end in order to have a good beginning.
Please like us and share with your social media. Please subscribe and click the bell to be notified of our new videos.
Remember to check out our playlist for important intel you may have missed.
Be sure to enter our subscriber appreciation $100 monthly giveaway. The link is in our description.
And visit our sister channel. The event is coming soon for additional intel and information.
Stay tuned.
Victory of the Light.
Event is coming soon. YouTube channel.